ही रहेगी। एसएपी कंसल्टिंग, एसएपी का एक प्रोग्राम है, एसएपी ग्रो, इट्स ऑल फॉर क्लाउड, राइट? तो उसी का पार्टनरशिप के लिए कर रहा हूँ। तो मेरे भी कुछ फ्रेंड्स भी आए हुए घर पे हैं। वो लोग पीडब्ल्यूसी में है, पीडब्ल्यूसी में पार्टनर्स हैं। तो हम लोगों ने साथ में किया था, एमबीए साथ में किया था मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी से। तो मैंने स्टार्ट किया कंपनी और कुछ लोग और भी आ रहे हैं, जुड़ रहे हैं उसमें। तो ये है प्लान, देखते
Yeah,
हैं।
we will support 100%. Yeah,
हाँ, नहीं,
attending this session means this platform.
हाँ, हाँ,
It-
हाँ।
एक्सपीरियंस आप लोगों को है मीन्स अच्छा ही होगा।
हाँ, क्योंकि देखो ये कंसल्टिंग इट्स मोर काइंड ऑफ लाइक नेटवर्किंग, राइट? कि कहाँ पे आपका नेटवर्किंग है, कैसे आप प्रोजेक्ट ला सकते हो, राइट? तो इट्स नॉट लाइक योर कंपनी इज सेलिंग ए प्रोडक्ट, राइट? यू आर सेलिंग योर सर्विसेज एंड देन वेयर यू आर एक्सपर्ट, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाट इट इज। हाँ, तो उसमें ये थोड़ा सा बेनिफिट है, देखते हैं। आफ्टर वर्किंग फॉर over 20 years, right? Do something which you want to do now.
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
Yeah. थोड़ा सा और टाइम बचा है अपना जो भी कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड का, तो अपने टाइम से। एंड द मेन रीजन इज लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू गो टू ऑफिस नाउ, लाइक आई वांट टू वर्क रिमोट। वो अभी है, अभी कुछ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स मेरे पास आ रहे हैं कि ज्यादा पैसे भी दे के यहाँ पे ह्यूस्टन में यू हैव टू गो टू ऑफिस। मतलब नो, महीने में एक दो दिन ठीक है, अभी ऑफिस रोज नहीं जा सकते।
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
तो वही है कि इट्स लाइक वर्किंग रिमोट और अपने टाइम पे करो। देखो मतलब ये है कि अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि आप ट्रैवल करते रहो पूरा टाइम। सो ये है थॉट। लास्ट टाइम पे पंकज जी, प्रशांत जी जो थे, कौन आए थे जो अपना मिसिसिपी यूनिवर्सिटी से थे, राइट? सो जीवेश जी,
Prakash ji.
हाँ प्रकाश जी, यू शुड डेफिनेटली कनेक्ट विद हिम। ओके, ही वाज देयर लास्ट वीक एंड देन यस, ही इज एग्जैक्टली डूइंग व्हाट यू आर लुकिंग फॉर,
ओके दैट्स
right? He has done PhD, he's a professor, and then uh, in his team he's also recruiting, like he's giving internships to all those masters, whoever is doing masters or PhD over here, right? And then yeah, you can definitely, you should definitely reach out to him.
ये पंकज जी जरा उनका डिटेल शेयर कर दीजिएगा ना।
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if he joins today too, right? Then yeah, that will be great help. Because in his team, right, out of 14, 12 are like Indian, so that's a good, yeah. And he can help you also to get the scholarships and other things, right? Like, he knows the process, right? Basically, it's what you have to know. See, once you are in this country, then definitely you will find your way out.
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
Yeah. Hello, hey Prem ji.
Yes, good evening, sir. Rajeev sir. Good
Hey,
evening, all of you.
hello, hello. Good morning, good evening.
Yeah,
Oscar, come here. Uh,
this is our good morning. Good morning and good evening. Both are applicable.
yeah. So I have few guests. Yes, I will not be here for like long. Let's say.
Okay.
So next week my daughter will also come here, like in Houston. She will be working on my website and other things. So then I will publish more. I will publicize more. So the name of my company is Saprin. Saprin Consulting. SAPREEN. So it's more kind of SAP with a green technology, right? Like the sustainability and other things like ESG reporting and then those things.
So, Rajiv ji,
So, Sapri, what?
The name of my company, I started my own company. So
Okay.
yeah, the name of that company is Saprin. I got it from
Okay.
like, yeah, SAP and then working on greener technology. So SAP three letter for SAP and then I don't get a green, remove that G and then put that green. So and Om Prakash, ji, hello. I got that idea from Chat GPT. So,
Yes, sir. Good. Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. How do you like my new look?
Yeah, sir, very fantastic.
Yeah, starting something new, so I thought, okay, because I had
Yeah.
very little scope to do anything on my hairstyle, so no hair at all.
Yeah. Great, great idea, sir. Uh, now you look like the new company for CEO.
Hello, hey Premji. Premji is also getting some ideas from this now. Okay, yeah. What do you say, Premji? Right? That's what we can do, right? We can't make any other
Sir,
hairstyle, right?
I thought you started your company, so maybe for SAP SAP, maybe you are going to promote or having any kind of learning metrics to provide all this, people who want to know about things, what kind of
Yeah.
services you are providing, sir?
So what will happen? Let's see. To get that money flow, right? Like I'll be working on SAP projects, right? For a few
Yeah,
hours, I'll spend over there, and then after I will do like partnership of SAP uh, to get more kind of like cloud technology. The SAP is coming up with new technology called like Grow, SAP Grow. It's usually based on technology. So my goal would be to get a SAP's partnership, and then once you get SAP's partnership, like whenever SAP sells their product, right, then you will get a leads, like wherever they are selling it, right. So then start bidding for the entire project. Okay, then get more projects and then start implementing. So initially, I will
okay.
train few people from colleges. That's what my goal is. So people will also get all
Okay.
job, right. They will get trained. They will work for me. They will get properly trained, get more exposure in SAP, and then they can either work for me or they can find another job. So that way I will
Great
help
idea, sir.
people. Yeah, I'll help people also, and then I it will be not very costly for me too, right? Like, and see if new people joins, right? Like if you if I compare myself now and then when I started SAP, right? When you are learning, when you are in college, just pass out, then you are more enthusiastic, you're more motivational, you work more, right? That time you want to learn something
Correct,
new,
correct.
right?
Learning
So your
phase.
motivational is,
Mm,
yeah, right. So I'll provide a platform to those people. And of course, I will get money too, right? Like they will get training, they will learn that, right? And then they can look for a job. Of course, I'll pay also them. But that's what my goal is, right? So helping people and then of course getting money, right?
Really
So
great
parallelly,
idea,
I
sir.
will also, yeah, parallelly will also work on like some other projects too. So yeah, people are also joining me. So let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, hey Pranayji.
Yes, Pranay, it's your first session, I think. So please say something about yourself. Hello, Pranay, please switch on your mic. Pranay lifted.
Probably he will join again. Maybe some network issue. Maybe he'll join more. So GVSG, how Ashish is doing now? Is he in touch with you? He sent me his resume, and then yeah, last week he connected too. And then let's see. Now I'll try to help him.
So, Jivesji, you selected or no any university till now? Jivesji. Hello, Jivesji.
So Rajiv sir,
Jivesji, I like Prem had done a MBA from India, so now they have right to do any other certificate from USA or Canada.
So see, any certification, right? It's like let's say I usually recommend one certification to folks, PMP, right? If you have worked for a couple of years and then if you have done your MBA, PMP is one certification which it's internationally it is recognized and you can do it from India. It's a US certification.
Which one, sir? P?
PMP.
I'm noting down, sir.
PMP is Project Management Professionals. So if you will
Okay,
go to
okay.
PM, yeah, pmi.org, right? Like you will see that PMP certification, that is highly recognized certification, and then you can do it in your own time. The prerequisite is like if you have worked for 3 years on project management, right? Doesn't matter that you have to be a project manager, but if you have worked on the project, this is a good certification to do.
So that certificate will be online or which kind of something we can.
Yeah. So for that particular certification, there are like Pro Metric Center. I don't know how it is conducted now. And then see most of your employer, right? Almost 100% of your employer, they will pay for it, right? Once you pass that certification, they will reimburse you, right? So it's kind of investment, and
Okay.
then your employer will pay for it. So like look for your company's website, look for your policy, and then you will see that, right? Like that, hey,
Okay. So
all these
I'm working in
companies, they,
ICT bank since 5 years and
yeah,
working in operation with that.
yeah, perfect. And yes, talk to them. So then I will advise one more certification. Like one is definitely PMP, and then you can also look for epic certification, like for if you are working on supply chain, industrial engineering, or like any operations related, definitely that is very helpful. Any warehouse management or other things, epics is another thing. It's kind of doing MBA from in a US university. This is that much recognized. Yeah, so epics or PMP, right? So and then both, right? Talk to your employer, talk to your manager, see the training department, and then show your interest that hey, I want to do PMP. Let me share my screen so you can get more details. Okay, so this is a good certification for any professional, whoever is working on any kind of project related thing, right? That could be building, like creating any like building materials or any kind of project, like any IT management or anything. Do you see my screen?
Okay.
So pmi.org, right? So Project Management Institute. See this PMI. So this certification you can do, right? See this certification. There are PMP, a bunch of certifications, right? But PMP is really highly recognized. Core certification. This is the PMP, not this one. Project Management Professional. Okay. So talk to your employer and then see if they support it, right? But I know like most of these companies they support this. Okay. So
Okay.
get it, get the training. They see most of companies in India also they have that Skillsoft and other things, right? They have tied up with them. You can get a training from there, and then you can opt for this certification, right? This is a really good one. Okay, and then it will help you to differentiate from other people, right? So it's second certification I will tell you, like if you have engineering background, not an MBA, and
And
or if you are working in uh, which one?
let me one thing. I am in commerce background, and
Hmm.
I have completed my BCom, like banking and insurance. And after that, done MBA
Okay,
in marketing.
okay, but
Working in banks 5 years as like a work test operation department.
okay, okay, then this is not good for you. See, if you are working on any IT, right, any kind of project where you are developing a software or making a road, like let's say for civil engineers, right, this is the certification they should go for. But if you are working on uh, any kind of like PWD department or any kind of project management, right, or oil and gas or anything, this is a good certification. But in banking sector, I will not advise you to go for this one. For banking, there are like pretty others of softwares. Online, if you are looking, then CFA is good one. If you are on risk management side, right? There is
Okay,
one
but
more thing you can do.
CFA having maybe large exposure or maybe 3 and 4 year, maybe experience,
Yes,
maybe
commitment you
different
have
kind
to
of
do it.
certificate.
Yes, yes, you have to be very committed for that. The other things which you can, if you are related to risk management side, right? Not it is real, not very hot right now, but there is something called risk management, like sustainability risk management, right? So there is FSA, right? So FSA certification, if you see
Okay.
IFRS, this is one kind of certification the best part is you have all kind of resources available almost free of cost, right? So one website I always recommend, edx, edx.org. Lot of free certifications you can do it from
EDX,
here. You can learn everything whatever you want to. edx,
EDX.org.
edx.org. Yeah, so it's almost free. If you want to do get any verified certification from Harvard, from MIT and Stanford, then only you have to pay a little bit. It's not very much. It's not too much money. Let me show that screen. Can you see my screen again? Yeah. So this EDX, if you see edx.org, you will see bunch of certifications here. Whatever you want to learn, let's say GenAI or anything, supply chain, or anything related to banking, right? The supply chain, if you want looking for, yes, the University of Cambridge University, you are getting this certification. There are a lot MIT, right? Supply chain from MIT you are learning. So there are a lot, huge. And, and all these videos training you can go for free. It's a free of charges. Just if you are going for certification, if verified certification, then only you have to pay. Otherwise, it's free. Any courses you can take it and as much as you want to, right? So I will advise that too, right? So before you pay or anything, go for the certification, go and attend these classes, see if it's good for you. You can, yeah, after anything, just you have to register your email and then you can learn anything. Okay, so explore that one. I'll be here only for a few more minutes. I have to join them. My guests are waiting for me for breakfast.
Okay.
So
Have you done your breakfast, sir?
which one?
Have you
No,
done
no,
your
I'll
breakfast?
just no. It's just morning, right? 8:50 now. 8:50.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Travel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's morning. Hello, hey Vishal ji. Last time you also joined, but we could not talk.
Yes,
You're,
sure.
uh, uh, hi, Amarnath ji. Amarnath ji, see my new look.
Morning. Very good
Amarnath ji,
evening. Good
unmute.
morning, Amarnath sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, whatever it is.
Belated
I
happy
see
Good
all
birthday to you,
evening.
the
sir.
I see all the mentors here. Where are the job
Yeah,
seekers and interview seekers?
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Amarnath sir, belated happy birthday, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have seen your grand party.
Yeah. Well, that was not my birthday. I attended that birthday.
Uh,
Just I just wanted to make all the Biharis jealous. Right now they cannot drink, and in Bihar, right? And here we have everything available. So I took a separate picture. I'm going to post that one too, a vodka and other whiskeys and rums and beers. Make them jealous.
yeah. No, but in Bihar, everything is available too. It's like a god, right? God is everywhere, but you cannot see. Same thing is in Bihar, right? So it's available.
Available. I heard that police department is doing the delivery service
Exactly.
here.
Yes.
That is the most authentic way to get it
Yeah.
delivered.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Om Prakash, what's new?
Yes, sir. Now in Maharashtra Chief Minister, BJP leaders, their front is
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
post.
Now, Fadnavis is the now new CM, right?
Yes.
And what
Yes,
about the
yes.
deputy CMs? How many deputy CMs we got?
Oh,
Two, sir.
Only two? Only two. There should be at least, from each division of the state, nine, and at least 200 ministers, right? That's how we run India. You need one person to do it. You need at least 10% to keep everybody employed and happy, right? Do
Sir,
you know how many cabinet ministers we have here in the USA? I don't even know all the names of the cabinet ministers, but they are not more than 9 or 10. Rajeevjee is much better than me. Maybe he can help us. Oh, I need to drop. Okay, see, Rajeevjee has to drop for a few minutes. So if you look at the American cabinet, like right now, he is trying to form. What is his name? Trump. Trump is trying to form his new cabinet, right? And oath ceremony will be January 20th. So on January 20th, at noontime, we'll have a new president. Biden will leave the office. He will fly in his helicopter. President Trump, and then he will go to oath taking ceremony. And at the oath taking ceremony, once he takes the oath, effectively Trump becomes the president, and he comes to the White House. Biden doesn't come back to White House, so he leaves the White House, but he doesn't come back. So 12 o'clock, he's done. So now he's putting together. Trump is putting together his cabinet. He has 2 months, and probably there will be like 8 or 9 ministers at the most, and then few other cabinet positions. So he's trying to put it together. So, but when you compare the ministry list with our country in India at central level, you laugh that why I am not the minister at least. When they can be minister, why not you and me? When is our turn? When is our turn going to come? When everybody can become minister in India, then why not me? I'm left out, man. I'm left out. Tell Modi ji that Amar is very unhappy.
Yes, definitely, sir. I think if you are in Bihar,
Oh, no. But level, I have to change things at the Delhi level. If you change the
okay.
things at the Delhi level, basically, inefficiencies everywhere in India. I mean, it is in this country, but is this country takes initiatives to address it? Do you know, for example, you are in the bank and Om Prakash ji is in the quality, so he understands my language and you should too, since you are in the bank. You have to be efficient, right? So Trump is asking, who is it? Who is the Tesla guy? Uh, Help me.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, okay? So he your to streamline and make the government efficient. Means down wherever is the extra fat in the government. Like there are many departments which are going to be cut by him. Okay, so there are many grants given to people, and schools, colleges, cities. There are many foundations, all those kind of things. So everything where here's a one person can do it right now. If there are two-person, you need to identify that, and that one person need to be cut. So that is the task Trump has given to um, Elon Musk, and and then he has co-director there. Trump, not Trump. Elon Musk will have co-director Vivek Ramaswamy. He's a young guy, and he's in early, I think, 40s. Probably he hasn't crossed. He ran for the president, also in the Republican Party, but of course, Trump became the candidate of the party. He did not, but he, at least, he's smart. We all knew that he's not going to get the nomination, but he really put he become now well known in America. Let's put it this way. Now everybody knows Trump, but of course they also know that Vivek Ramaswamy is a Indian dude who ran for president, and now he's going to be in the cabinet. So, and then later on, you will hear a lot about Vivek Ramaswamy. One day he will become like senator, another day he might become the governor of a state, Ohio state, or who knows, another 20, 30 years, maybe a president too. So we'll see. We'll see. So in this country, we are trying to reduce the government size and expenditure. And because here, the thinking is, at least in the Republican Party, that we cannot borrow unlimitedly from, bank and other places and then spend it for the social issues. We should do it whatever we have money allocate. If you budget $2 billion social issues, go and spend only 2 billion. You cannot go and borrow another 10 billion and then put that money, that loan, for the next generation to come and pay for it, like our children, our grandchildren. But India doesn't have. India is borrowing. I was surprised to see some statistics that really Modi ji has borrowed a lot more than the previous governments. Somebody has to verify that numbers. But if that's the case, then that's not good. Because you are all the deficit you are creating, somebody has to pay for it, right? For all the social program, especially I'm worried about the freebie schemes now government have started giving this yojana, that yojana, and then that costs money, and who's going to pay for it? You can borrow only a little bit for a year or maybe 2 years, but if everybody starts borrowing and spending, then one day the middle class will collapse in India, because right now you and I, this group, people from this group, we are paying taxes for all these things happening in India right now. Middle class, and of course rich class, and which is what, maybe almost 25% of the population at the best. So 75% of the population in India is not paying any tax right now. And they are taking advantage of your tax and my tax, which we give to the government. They are, and that ministers, MLA, MPs. They don't produce anything for you and me, taxpayers, but they are living in the best bungalow one can have in India, best cars, best travel arrangement, best hotels. Means they're luxury. They are living like luxury style. So politicians are the one. There are two, three groups in India who have the top class lifestyle. The first is all the politicians. Do you think anybody in India can match the lifestyle of Narendra Modi? The way he
No, no,
dresses every
definitely.
5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Huh? He changes his dress every 5 minutes, aeroplanes every few days. Right? And of course, there are 50 people serving for him around him, right? Same thing with all the chief ministers and all the ministers happening. Yeah. And so this is nothing but your tax dollars, my tax dollar being misused in India right now. And we have to wake up. We have to challenge this. If in America only the president has the only White House, here no minister has government bungalow, no cabinet minister has government bungalow, no MP has government bungalow, nobody has government paid cars. Only the president has the government paid cars.
So,
See
so
the
even though,
president.
sir, what is tax percentage in USA?
What? Oh, roughly about.
Percentage.
Well, just like everywhere else, it's the middle class who pays more tax. The rich class is paying very little tax because they take advantage of all the loopholes. So, like you might have heard of name of the Warren Buffett. He is
Yes,
the
yes.
richest man in America, one of the biggest
Correct, correct.
investor. Yeah, and his famous statement is that it's really bad that I am paying less than my secretary, who is making like $50,000 a year,
Okay.
percentage wise. So percentage wise, because he takes advantage of all the loopholes show that I have spent here and here, and those are all the tax brackets. So his tax bracket can become like 0% or 1% or 2%. But his secretary, who get fixed salary in a year, 50,000 or 100,000, let's call it whatever it is, she has no
Mm-hmm.
place to hide, right? Because she got the
Right, right.
check in her bank, in her everything. So government
Correct.
knows that so and so got 100,000, so she has to pay her tax, which is like average is around. Let's say if you are making 100,000, your tax bracket will be somewhere
But the
from 20.
maximum tax percentage, what is maximum tax
That's what I'm saying.
percentage?
So
What
it's
is the
all depend.
maximum tax percentage?
What?
What is the maximum tax percentage? Person having maybe in India, person will earn maybe 15, 30 lakh or more than that, so need to pay 30% as a tax. So
Well,
what is maximum tax percentage?
yeah. There are two things you can do. I can tell you general percent basically to pay anywhere from middle class 25 to 30% in that range in general. Okay, but if you want to be more specific, you can go to Indian. Here we call it IRS, the IRS.gov. You can see it. But as I said, that if you are making your salary is very low, like $15,000-$20,000, then you don't pay any tax. But I think everything is there on your government website, and then you pay like people like common people. We all do jobs. For them, anywhere from 20 to 30% is very common. Median tax dollars you pay, and then I think that's pretty much it. The rich class, as I said, they don't pay very high taxes because uh, they don't take money out from the, like for example, they have stocks and all that. Uh, they when they take out, they have to pay the taxes. So they don't do it because they can figure it out that if you have a company, you can show all your expenses that it is company expenses, not your personal expenses. So they play that game too,
Okay.
right? Nobody is honest in the world. Everybody is baiman. We all are born imandar, but as soon as we become adults, we all become baiman.
Correct, correct, correct.
Now, 18,
So,
18
so
is the starting point of baimaning. I don't know, nobody
mm,
teaches, but we start learning somehow from the society. And then we start
correct,
doing
correct.
baimaning, right?
So,
So,
Amarnath, sir, in India, there is two main governments. So, the two main party, which is Bharatiya Janata Party as well as Congress, as well as so many leftist party will merge into Congress. Correct. So, as per your view, what party, maybe which party is going to do, good for India, Indian government, or maybe will run good for Indian people?
okay.
So as
So,
per your personal point of view, whatever government Modi government is doing, is it good or bad, or maybe whatever Rahul Gandhi or maybe Congress as well as all combined party going to stop to that government BJP government. So they are as a right view. So as per your personal view, what would be your view?
okay. So it is not a yes and no answer, but I'll try to answer my
It
position,
is
right?
political.
The way I think it. Okay. So, so for democracy to function, especially like the democracy we want in India, uh, in my opinion, is we want a democracy which should be capitalistic democracy, just like United States. Okay, so there are different level of democracies. If you look at the European democracies, they are more socialistic democracies, and that's why they are going downhill. And very soon, like United Kingdom, UK, which once ran the whole world, will be just a developing country like India. They are on in this way. They are going down right now. Same thing with the Germany and France. They are all going downhill right now because they are socialist. They are they are having the same problem like Indian government is having. That middle class is paying the taxes, and then uh, government is taking that money rather than developing the capital and industries. Major portion of it is spent on social issues to quench the dissatisfaction among the people and get their vote to be re-elected. So this loop is going on in Europe, just like it's going in India. And for that reason, I categorize them all in one category of democracies: India and Europe. Okay, United States is different category. It is a true, you can call it capitalist democracy, where capital is you have to run the industry the way you want. That is the motto of the government here. That as long as you follow the government rules and do business with under that rule, you are free to do it, free enterprise, and then you generate the capital. Go ahead and do it. That's why it is successful and it's working. So that is the second type of democracy we have, and that is only in I would say that to certain extent, besides US, it is only in Japan and South Korea, and maybe Singapore, you can call it. So this is the two different types of democracy. Socialist democracy of the Soviet Union, you already know, and communist democracy of China, you already know how they are, right? They have no power.
China is full about communist, secularism or communist.
Well, the
And maybe
communists,
some
they
party
also
which is
call that we are the democracy. They are the biggest advocate of that. We have uplifted the Garib proletariat, they call it, right? They are the biggest.
Some Indian politician
They
also
want.
support that Chinese communist.
Huh? What?
Some Indian politician also support that communist party in India, or maybe having some
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
bunch of people,
yeah,
collective people,
yeah. Because those
secularism,
are,
secularism.
yeah, exactly. Those are the people who are like Demak, you know, like they are like only want to eat. They don't want to give. Do you know what is the we are communist Nara is? My mama used to be a communist leader. I come
Okay,
from
yeah,
Madhvani, and
various
Madhvani
communist
was a
parties.
girl of Bhogandar Jha. So Bhogandar Jha has created a cocktail, communist cocktail, I call it, and then spread it to the villages in Mithila. And so I had a little bit learned also as a teenager, a little bit about communism, what is the theory and all that, Karl Marx, this, that. Okay. So uh, it is a biggest dream. Like, all the religions we have, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, what they do? This, they, they, they know that we cannot solve the problem of this life. So they give you a sweet dream of heaven, that how your life will be
Correct,
transformed
correct, correct,
in the next life when we are in the
correct,
heaven.
correct.
Once you leave the
No
planet
one,
Earth, this time you come and pay to me in the temple, church, and mosque, what I am telling you to do, and do these things uh, for exchange of your money. You give me the money, and I'll do the spiritual teaching to you and make you you will be on the way to go to the heaven or Jannat or Swarg. If you don't do
correct,
it,
correct, correct.
you are going to go to hell or
Hmm.
Dojak
Fear of
or
hell.
Nar, right? Yeah. Now, so in the broader sense, we always fight in India and everywhere else, but basically Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity are one religion. Dwait, Dwaitbadi. Two, Jiva, we all, and God up there, which we don't know
But
whether it
Islam is
exists or
also
not.
from Muslim, no, sir. Islam like
No,
Islam.
that's what I'm saying. That Islam says the same thing. Islam has you follower of Islam like a Muslim and Allah, right? We have Bhagwan and you
Correct,
and me here too. Christianity has God and you and me. So so
correct, correct.
they may have a different procedure, like all banks have different procedure, but ultimately they report to Reserve Bank, and Reserve Bank gives the money to
Point to be noted,
Hinduism,
sir.
Dvaitbadi, not the Advaitbadi. They are in one banks, you can call them, that they follow one dictate. That is that God is up there in the heaven. That is what they sell to us. That God is up in the heaven, and this life you struggle to go to Him. So this life, keep doing things which we tell you to do. Don't enjoy this life, and then next life your will be perfect. So going back to the this analogy I gave you is exactly the same for the socialist countries of the Europe. They all are in one category, including India, that they are borrowing more than their income is, and then they are spending it on the social issues. In America, Republican Party says that no, whatever we earn by the tax dollar or revenue based on that, we have to stay within that means. We cannot afford to spend a lot more than that. We cannot borrow and spend it now, and then that loan we expect our children and grandchildren to pay in the future. So that is the thought of one group of Americans, and they are represented by Republican Party. Okay. On the other hand, there are democratic parties. We have two-party systems, unlike India or Europe. Democratic Party is no, 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 no. You are wrong. We have to take care of people first. Okay, and then take care of people first means you have to give them jobs. You have to give them income. So if you give them income, then they will go and spend the money in the market, and then that is how the profit will be generated. And then ultimately, there will be more money to industrialists and uh, companies. They can in turn invest it and produce more and more. So this cycle will goes on. So this is the one economic thought of the Democratic Party.
So
So that
any
way
kind of that party having any consulting firm or maybe any bunch of
they are. Do you know
and
this country
trained.
has this country has the highest number of economists and lawyers, which are the main consultant for everybody. So the
Okay.
per capita economist and per capita lawyers, United States has it dwarfs all over the world. You have too many lawyers. You have too many economists. Every street you go, you have an economist, a person with a PhD in economics. So we have too many advisors. That's the too many cooks, experts. So I told you that the Democratic Party represents this kind of thing, more people oriented, that programs should be run. On the other side, there is other economic thinking, which I just explained. That is that no, capital formation happens in the private economic hand. That is, they should have a lot more flexibility to raise the capital. They should have the so that they can create new industries, new businesses, new technology, and then that will imply a lot of people, and that's how we'll have a full employment level, and then people will have money to spend. So it is debatable which one is correct, which one is not. It is not pure science, right? But we have the two party systems here. But interestingly, there is no parivarvad in any of these two parties.
Okay, that is more
Okay.
important.
Okay. Parivarvad is not allowed in this country. Okay. And people, when they try to do that one, then people vote them out. For example, Hillary Clinton, there were a lot of people who were saying that America is too big. Bill Clinton became two-term president. Why not his wife has to become the president of the country? So America completely opposed that one. She could not, if it was, I mean, the fence voter, the middle voter, who don't belong to any party, they voted against Hillary Clinton. Majority of them, those are who believed in this thought. There are many Democratic Party people or fence voters who didn't like that she ran for the presidential post. So that your husband was there for 8 years, you were defense, well, not external affair minister. Why you have to run for president? You have already been part of the government for 12 years. Let the other people run it. We have already seen what you could do. You don't have any more energy and ideas left. Okay, so let somebody else new come and then do the things, solve the problem. So she lost to Trump, and but in Indian context, the problem is that in the name we have two party system. You can call it two blocks, NDA and India. India block is full of parivarvadis. So this is a bogus opposition, because when you have the parivarvad, first you are not representing or you are not answering to people. Rahul Gandhi has no. If I am if I am from the, say, Sonia Gandhi, do I care where India goes? No. We should look at it. I am a Congress party chief. My son and daughter is a Congress party president and vice president. So Congress to mere muthi mein hai. So all the industrialists, when they have to give chanda to the political party, and us as a Congress being the opposition, they will have come to me and they will have to give me the chanda. Why should I lucrative business like this I give to somebody like, let's call it, who is the rising star in Congress party other than Gandhi family? Uh, like, let's call it Shashi Tharoor. I like that guy. He's good. Okay. So Shashi Tharoor or all these lawyers and everybody who were trying to displace her, they failed because she said that whatever you try, I'm not going to allow you to become the head of the party. That thing will stay in my pocket, because for her, Congress party is a private business. She's running as a private business, and she's profiting out of that. She is not in the public service. Don't be mistaken that Congress party is in the business for public service, and that is not only the Congress party. All the Parivarvadi parties are mainly for their own personal gain, family gain, their children gain. So that, I mean, look at all the Parivarvadi parties. They don't care for public. Now comes the parties which are uh, free of Parivarvad to a certain extent. BJP is also not free of Parivarvad. I would not say that they are free, but that cancer has even gone into BJP. They try to stop it, but it's still there. And so uh, basically, um, uh, there is no pure political parties in India who is really ready to serve the people. That is the unfortunate part of Indian politics right now. Okay, so for me, none of the parties there which I would, if I had to vote, I would not go and vote for either BJP or or the uh, other alliance, because they are full of Congress parties. Of course, that is a big gang. You call it for Parivarvadis, and uh, it is BJP-led gang. NDA is slightly better gang, you can call it, but it is also
Okay.
full of corrupt
Good, sir. Good
and
idea, sir. I
uh,
support you, sir.
uh, so basically these are the two gangs. Now you have to choose which one is lesser evil for the society. That's all. So they are. I am not. They all are bad. There is not a single party. I mean, I don't know what Narendra Modi has really done in last 10 years. What is his achievement for the economic upliftment? I consider that if economy of the people, lifestyle of the people has improved, then he has done something. So you tell me in India, if it has improved than 2014, then yes, he's a successful guy. He has done things for India. But if he has not, then he has done the Maud Masti. So what you guys think of him? Has he has he improved India in last 10 years?
But sir, in that election of Maharashtra, people is coming from USA to vote. Correct party,
No.
and
So
people
so
is
again you are again. I have watched that Maharashtra voting was not for BJP. Neither it was against Sharad Pawar or Shiv Sena. This vote was Maharashtra election vote is for Hindu unity. Two different
correct,
things.
correct, correct. Correct.
Three
That's the
different. Don't BJP will try to sell that we got this vote, we won this election. Bullshit. This was not your vote. This is a Hindu vote for a message to all the Hindus and all the. We should thank the Maharashtra that Maharashtra is so Maharashtrian Hindus are showing the way out of the current political mess. That hey, don't don't underestimate Hindus in general. We are here, and we can dislodge you as we did in the parliamentary election, and we can bring you back. So Chavi is not in your hand. Chavi is in my hand as a voter.
correct,
And
correct,
and
correct.
and we Hindus have that Chavi in India right now. Nobody else has, because we are still 80% of the Indian population. So thanks to Maharashtrian Hindus, my three pranam to
Thank you,
them.
thank you, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, but I would not say that this is a vote to BJP. Nothing. BJP has nothing to do with this. RSS has nothing to do with this. This is not a vote for BJP or RSS. Not against Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar must be thinking, "What did I do wrong?" No, guy, you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
This time the issue was different. This time issue was that you all have been trying to divide the Hindus and take advantage of it. Hindu told you, bullshit, get out of my way. You know, we are follow our direction, what we want. Okay. And then that is the message Hindus have
Yes,
been
sir.
given
एक
from
है तो
Maharashtra.
safe है.
Yeah. Yeah. So So they have then and now it will start. So India is in the transition right now. Thoughts are changing now, right? See, what happened is, in fact, I wanted to discuss that one, but not many people are here today. Um so probably I'll respond, but maybe I'll do it a little bit. I'll show you. So recently, I give you a cultural example. Uh, uh, I have been studying in my retirement Sanskrit now, as you know about it, right? So before I was not doing. I mean, of course, we all do the chant of Gayatri mantra and a little bit Om Ganeshaya Namah in the
Correct, correct,
morning,
correct.
and that much Sanskrit we speak every day, right? Mantras and then here there sometimes you go and do the Durvakshat mantra in the Sanskrit. Om
Correct,
Abrahmano
correct.
Brahmo, if you have to do that Durvakshat man. Nowadays, in this year in June I went and they played on the screen the Durvakshat mantra, the voice, the speaker, and then we all did Durvakshat.
Oh, great, great.
Nobody has to
Great
even speak
conversation,
anymore
sir.
Durvakshat mantra, right? So let's go to what I am trying to say. So I mean, Sanskrit has been the backbone of Sanatan Dharma, Sanskrit language. Okay, and Sanskrit was now I am discovering that Sanskrit, there is no match of Sanskrit in the world stage of languages. The richness it has, the contribution it has, the literature it has, there is not a single science and craftsmanship where our forefather had not uh, started thinking about and writing about it in Sanskrit. Okay, so what is that? Let me tell you. There are four Vedas, then there are six Vedangs. I'm more interested in six Vedang. What were the six Vedangs? Jyotish Shastra, that is nothing but the study of mathematics and our sky. Okay, all the systems of the astrology, astronomy, all those they come into that category, mathematical calculation, celestial calculation. Jyotish Shastra, okay, health science, what is we call in India, oh, old name of health science, Ayurveda, okay, medical science, right? That is medical science. And I had cough and cold, and I was using yesterday uh, our Indian Ayurveda tonic of adding some adrak and all that, and
Right, right.
while the water.
Great to say, right.
So I'm, so that is your medical science. Okay. Now let's go to the third Vedang is uh, Gandharva Shastra, music industry, or your Bollywood. That comes under Gandharva Shastra, which you are doing, minting money in Bombay, Mumbai, and Chennai, thanks to Gandharva Shastra. Sare gama
Okay.
pada nisa sani dhapa magadesa. Okay. Uh, that comes from Sanskrit, not from the Bollywood, not from the uh, Tollywood. Okay, you got that thing. All the songs you get, uh, Tum Mile and Dil Khile, all this coming from where? Poetry. That poetry writing is another shastra, Vidya, we call it. So but there are like that. There are Dhanurved. There are all kind of things. There are six. So in like Rama and everybody, Krishna, they all had to study in the Guru Ashram four Vedas and six Vedang. So they were doing that. Okay, Krishna was different. Krishna not only by the things there. Krishna was considered good in Vedas, Vedang, and 64 arts. So I have heard it many many times that what is the 60 Chaunsat Kala? You might have also heard it that Krishna was nipun in Chaunsat Kala mein wo nipun the. So I was curious. Then I started searching on the internet recently that
Social
what is
color.
that Chaunsat Kala, and then the Chaunsat Kala is nothing but different craftsmanship like sonar, chamar, kumhar, बढ़ई, all these things you have, clothing, कैसे कपड़ा बनाए, कैसे do flower arrangement, कैसे do makeup, all these कैसे animation, how to use animation for storytelling. So read that. So
Oh,
there were,
really?
yeah, so like that, there is 64, how to teach 64 different craftsmanship our forefather had already developed. So if you look at it, there was not a single thing. When I look at that 64, I only thing missing was the computer science. uh, Computer science and car making, like the new technology. That is the only thing missing. They already had rough making in their thing. How to build the machines, they call it. If you take only that in the bigger sense, yes, it is already there. They had they had they had a sastra, Vimanika sastra, out of the 64. No, that is part of the Vedang, Vimanika sastra. They were not successful, but they had started experimenting how to make an aeroplane. Can you believe that?
No,
And their
really?
designs and everything are amazing. They had done very good job. And we just got Wright brothers brought the aeroplane maybe about what was it, 1899 or 1901, something like that. So it's like 125, 30 years we have been now using it. But the first time, if you look who in the world where somebody thought of making aeroplane and tried doing some experiments for that, that was in India. Our forefather did it. So Sanskrit was rich. Okay, so Sanskrit was very rich, and then um, it was it was a court language when we have the small kingdom, and then it was definitely a language of all the scholars in India, elite classes, Brahmins of course, Kshatriya of course, and uh, and so you can say in a way just like English is today in India, Sanskrit has been in India for 2000 years. That's how, because if you are a Sanskrit Pandit, you can go to any place in India and you don't have any problem in communication. Similarly, like you remember Shankaracharya came to Mithila and he had debate with Mandan Misra in Sanskrit. It didn't happen in
Correct, correct.
Maithili. It didn't happen in Malayalam, right?
Mhm.
Do you think Shankaracharya was speaking Malayalam and Mandani Misra was speaking in Maithili, and then they were debating, and then Bharti was kind of knowing the Malayalam and the Maithili both, and then she was kind of the judge. No, all three spoke Sanskrit at that time, right? And same thing throughout the other. So I mean, Chanakya, he wrote his Arthasastra. He wrote in Sanskrit. He didn't write in any Maghi, current Maghi or Bhojpuri or Maithili, right? So like that, if you see, so ancient India, even the Vidyapati. Do you know that Vidyapati has written a lot more books in Sanskrit than the Padavali? Many people don't know. Vidyapati has all his books are in Sanskrit because our system was that if you are writing something which you want other generation to read in future, your work should be in Sanskrit. That was the tradition. You know, they would not write in the vernacular. So that was the throughout the India this tradition that if something useful you are going to write for future generation, then that material must be in Sanskrit. So that this can easily go all over the country in Pandulipi form, and everybody can study and read and transfer the technology and knowledge to the next generation. So that's how we were built up. Very, very good system they had. But when the foreigners started invading, right from the Muslim rulers, that was the first time happened, right? They wanted to break that chain, that Sanskrit being the communication language of Indian. So Muslims introduced, of course, Persian in India, and then when the Britishers came, then Britishers had that is what I was trying to tell you. That Britishers, when they came India, once they came in Calcutta and they started Asiatic society, and they came to know about this uh, four Vedas, six Vedang, and 64 different craftsmanship and grammar like Sanskrit grammar by Panini, and all this Mahabharata, Ramayana, poetic forms, and everything. So, my gosh, where is it? Europe in front of this? we are like crawling right now. This country we have subjugated, made our colony, but this has such advanced lifestyle and culture, and they have already everything. How did it go? How did it everything went downhill in India? So if we don't stop this Sanskrit, uh, we are not, it will come back, because Sanskrit Pandits were not sitting idle. Even in the Muslim period or Bauddha period, they kept fighting. You know, your forefathers, we should be proud. We have never given up. We are the only country which was able to survive the Muslim onslaught. All the countries, they were subjugated, including Iran, right? Iran became Muslim. All there are at least 15, 20 countries around Iran that there. Even the Mongol, who conquered Islamic territories like Iran and part of Iraq and all that, he became Muslim, and then basically, that is how the Mughals came from the Islam countries to India. So uh, India was very, very resilient in the sense that we have never surrendered. We have always a tendency to come back, fight back. And so Sanskrit was never lost. It took a low lying, flying, like sometimes you fly low. That's what they lie low. That happened during this last, and this is a very long, right from the Buddha period, Asoka time, all the way to now. We have been, all the consecutive governments for 2000 years have been trying to suppress the spread of Sanskrit. It is not only the modern government, it's not only the British, it's not only the Muslims, even the Buddha government, only the Gupta period. So Mauryan Empire didn't encourage Sanskrit. And so uh, uh, only in the Gupta period, for a very short period, 400-500 years, Sanskrit was really the language accepted by courts, governments, everything. Otherwise, Sanskrit was discontinued in India as a government language around about from Asoka time, you can call it. Well, exception is 300-400 years of the Guptan period. Okay, so Sanskrit is such a powerful language. That's what I'm trying to say. That when the Britishers came, they recognized that we are no match to the we are no match. Our European languages are not a good match to Sanskrit. So must destroy to uh, to change the culture of India. We have to do something, and we must destroy Sanskrit and replace with something else. So guess what? What they did? They said the only way to do is that they saw the weakness, the weak point. They said that Indians, they have two category of people: elite class and general class. Elite class speaks Sanskrit. They do all the business in Sanskrit, but general class have the local dialect wherever in which area. So promote that. Then if we promote that, then Sanskrit will be left behind, and then we can divide and rule. And that is what resulted in Maithili, Bengali, Uriya, Asamiya, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam. Do you get it? This is what happened over the time. So this is from the Buddhist time to now. This is 2000 years. Buddha time also, Asoka tried to promote the local languages and all that. So from there, this tendency to destroy Sanskrit game has been going on. So if I ask you and me, what our forefathers spoke, don't you think they spoke Sanskrit? We come from elite class of Indian, uh, and so why don't we learn Sanskrit? Why don't we do all the business? I mean, now I can easily, after learning Sanskrit for 2 years, I can tell you I can understand now Sanskrit communication. If you are
Panch
lecturing in
mintam
Sanskrit,
gantam saknos.
huh?
Panch mintam gantam saknos.
Right. Yeah. So if you, because you have to speak, you have to listen, then you can get it. And so I have been trying to speak, not speak, listen. So now I can understand. So suppose if I had been taught in engineering in the in engineering college in the Sanskrit medium, I could still function as an engineer, no problem. Medical science can be taught in Sanskrit. Your accounting can be taught in Sanskrit. Everything can be done in Sanskrit. There is not a single thing which you cannot do in Sanskrit.
But sir, in
So
USA government, any USA board, maybe 10th or 12th, having any Sanskrit language?
no, there is no classroom effort for the foreign language unless. So basically, when you go to the college, you can opt for. There are some universities where you can take Sanskrit as a class, just like
As
literature classes.
optional, as optional language.
Yeah, it's. I mean, this is a American. This is the first language in this country is English. Second language is Spanish. Okay.
Spanish.
Yeah. And then, this country is just like Bombay, Mumbai. People from all over the world, they come. It's very common that you'll have a, uh, you know, next door neighbor is Chinese. Like I used to have my next door neighbor was a Chinese. My another neighbor was European. Another one was
Okay.
American. Another one was Indian. So, if we were 30, 40 houses, half of them were white Americans from here, few of them Europeans, uh, and then few Indians, few other people. So that's very common, right? Middle class families, neighborhood, if you go, you will not see all the whites and all that. It's all the mixed population, just like you have in Mumbai or Bangalore, right? In apartment complex, people from different areas are coming to work. Same thing happened to here. In last 300 years, people from different countries have been coming, and we Indians really started coming in 1980. That is when I represented Mithila in this country. So, so basically, it's in we are the latest migration to this country. Okay. So Sanskrit, there is a push in this country though, all over the world. If 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 you if you take any foreigner, if they want to learn the Indian language, what language do you think they learn? Tell me. Do you think they learn Marathi or Maithili or Hindi or Bengali or Tamil? No, they all learn Sanskrit. I go to a class right now every Tuesday, right? Sanskrit Vyakaran class from my mandir, Arts Vidya Mandir. You can go and check it out. Maybe I should show you.
So
Where is that?
Prabhupada, sir, Prabhupada already maybe doing prachar, or what you can say, distributed all these things to all over the world
Yeah.
as a
I mean,
through
Prabhupada
Bhagavad
did a good
Gita.
job, but he is not the only one. A lot of other people came and did the
Yes,
work.
yes.
Yeah. So like Vivekanand came. So there is his branches, many places. So they teach also Sanskrit. So you said it right. So basically, where the Sanskrit being taught in this country? Mostly who learned Sanskrit? Mostly that people like me who retired, and then they suddenly discovered that they cannot read Sanskrit, but they want to start getting interested in the Sanskrit. We want to read like Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, all those kind of things in Sanskrit. We want to enjoy in original language. So we
So
want to learn it.
right time to learn all these things, and
Yeah.
what you can
So
say,
most
avoid
exactly.
your.
Yeah. So that's why when I go to this Tuesday class, we are all learning. I have been learning for now 2 years this Vyakaran, Sanskrit Vyakaran. Okay. And in the class 1 hour a week I spend, and then rule is that if you spend 1 hour, you have to spend at least 2 3 hours besides
So
that. So
is
let's
there
say that
any
I
fee of
average
need
four
to pay?
hours. Say, huh?
Is there any payment need to do for this class or free of
No,
cost?
free.
Great, great.
4 hours a week I'm giving, and my teacher she's volunteering. You can donate much to the mandir, and you'll be surprised that the mandir main guy. This is Advait ashram. So do you know what is the difference between Hare Krishna and Advait, or
No,
Advait and all the mandirs?
no, sir.
Basically, those who follow Advait, you can call in a way they are different religion than the rest of the people, rest of
Advait.
the Hindu. Yeah, Advait Badi. Because see, the Dvait Badi is like I was telling you earlier, like in general Hindu, Muslim, or go to pray to mandir, right, or church or mosque. We pray to Allah, God, Ishwar, and we ask for some things, including swarga, right? And
Correct.
and and so basically the transaction, we expect that we are praying for you, so God should give us in return something to us, and that will be my manokamna will be pura, right?
Correct.
So
Correct. Monokamna will be pura, definitely.
that is the motivation of that transaction we do. Like I come to you, I serve you, but I expect you to pay me, just
Correct.
like any other job.
Definitely,
That is
God
expectation.
also do mercy on your devotee. Definitely, I believe, sir, because I
Okay, so
have
well,
some monokamna, so God
so
will fulfill.
so it is like, suppose if you've done a terrific job for your bank, and your bank is very happy, and your bank decides that I'm not going to simply give you your salary, but I'm going to give you a fat bonus. Om Prakash ji, do you get bonus in your company or
Yeah, sir.
Pankaj? So
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely, sir. Yeah, we got incentive.
Yeah.
So getting the incentive.
So sometimes, so God also thinks that if you pray hard, like common people only pray for 5 minutes, but you're a devotee who do 2 hours a day puja. Like I know many
Right.
of my,
Chanting,
like some of
meditation.
my friends, he's also engineer, now retired. He does Durga Saptati Path every day, 13 chapter. Probably
Oh
it
my
takes him,
God.
he said that he's not memorized and do in the super fast speed, but
Mm-hmm.
still it takes 2 hours. So he does Sandhya Vandan and all those
Mm.
things, routine, 2 hours of puja.
Great, sir.
And,
Great, sir. You're a
and
crazy person, sir. You're a crazy person, sir. 2 hours every day, sir.
2-3
Oh,
hours.
sir. Great.
And he was deputy general manager of Heavy Engineering Corporation. Very smart engineer. Don't understand him there. He is a great engineer. he was he was a great. We are from the same village like Malik ji. Me, we are close friends. So he grew up in Calcutta. His father was a professor there. Malik ji grew up in Odisha, Qatar. His father was a banker. I grew up in the village because my father was a Kisan, and of course, their father were also Kisan. They were part-time Kisan. My father was Kisan, and he was teaching in the village school. So I had no other city to go. So I studied in my village. But in the Durga Puja and all those, we used to all meet together. We used to play like drama and all that in Durga Puja. I don't know if those traditions are there or not. So, so I like that. I have few other friends also, but it was so three of us we went into the science, other went into commerce and other areas in my childhood friends. Okay, so out of three, one person was completely like in puja part, eh? And we were like when we need something from God, and we will go to the God, start begging that, hey, I need this to, I want to go to America, help me, God, like that, right? And then it
Yes,
happened
yes,
that,
sir. I also praying, sir.
yeah,
When my
and
number will
exactly.
came.
And then I said that अगर हमको दुर्गा माता को मैंने कहा कि भाई दुर्गा माता अगर मेरा ये प्लान सक्सेस हुआ तो एक छागर आपको चढ़ाएंगे. So this is like giving goose to God, right?
Yes,
Whatever.
yes.
Or
Agar काट
or
के
bonus to
खाएंगे.
them. Eh? Or you can call it that we are paying bonus to God for fulfilling my desire. And sometimes God does give you bonus when He sees that you have done a great job. So, okay, भाई तुम्हारा मनोकामना हमने पूरा कर दिया. So it's both ways. पता नहीं किसको कौन ठग रहा है, right? So anyway, so इतने भी जो मेन स्ट्रीम के रिलीजन जो हैं, they are द्वैतवादी. What is Advaitwadi? Advaitwadi doesn't believe in that. Shankaracharya, if you follow Advaitvadi, there is no need. After that, you will stop worshipping God like doing arti and all that. You will only do if really true sense you believe that I do arti, but arti I do just with my wife and just to kind of our custom all that. But internally, it doesn't have. Then once you become really in heart, you're Advaitian. then you will lose interest in doing the puja part. You will only focus on meditation. You know, you know, because basically Advait teaches you that God is part of you, you are part of God. So God is not different. Tat Tvam As, you are also that part of the God. Aham Brahmasmi. So once you start the basic understanding that, uh, can you show agarbatti to yourself? It's like showing
No,
agarbatti to yourself. Huh? You know, I mean, if aham brahmasmi tattvamas, पता चला कि भाई प्रेम भी वही है and हम भी वही हैं, तो फिर हम लोग एक दूसरे को अगरबत्ती क्यों दिखाएं? Well, how does it matter? So Advait teaches you that consciousness, Satchit Anand, consciousness is very different thinking. Unless you really do the deep dive, you don't understand. Nobody understands unless you really focus some time. And so consciousness is what is there, and consciousness is the one which you can never really, it was never born or never die. And consciousness is what we should go after. That is what is the source of our knowledge or our memory and all that. So that is what consciousness is. It is a kind of, you can call it that it's one consciousness, uh, and from there, consciousness is temporarily trapped in this body of yours. And as soon as we die, that consciousness which is trapped in my body will become free and merge with the universal consciousness. So it's everywhere, everything is consciousness. It's, or you can call that consciousness as an energy form. That's another way. Any you take it for anything. For example, you convert into say air, the vacuum. Vacuum would be the best thing because air is not everywhere. Vacuum is universal. You can call it consciousness. Another name you can give the vacuum. It is everywhere in the universe, and one universe vacuum is there, and that is what this was saying. So Buddhist and Advaitwadi are saying the same thing, not two different things. Only names, the name are different. They call it, Buddhist call it Sunni. They say that Sunni is everywhere. Everything is vacuum, nothing there. Okay, temporarily transformations are happening when I are here and all these Prithvi and all these Grah Chat, but they all will collapse and they will ultimately become zero. Same thing we say in Sanatan, but especially in Advait, we say the same thing, that consciousness is the real king. Consciousness is the real body, which is in you, me, and everybody else. And it is the same consciousness. It's just like, think about that electric power.
Is it consciousness?
Yeah. Yes. So electric power, and then same electricity goes to different houses, different rooms, different bulbs, right? Not, it is the same electricity. So same way you can take the water on the in the ocean or river or in your tap water or in Himalaya mountain. Are they different? No, they're all the water. We are ignorant when we say that ice is different than the vapor. It is our ignorance. So as soon as we remove that ignorance, they give all these examples. Then we know that, oh, underlying substance is water in vapor, ice, and Coca-Cola and whiskey, which I drink. Okay, so that is what is the Advaitvad. Oh, it's completely different. And once you become Advaitvadi, then you are in the different category because there are other groups. There are three classes of people, I call it. Theists who don't believe in any of these, all yeah. So they are one category of people. Then there are Dvaitwadi. Wrong fight in India. I don't see any difference in Christian, Hindu, and Muslim. I explained to you because we all have the only thing is that our way of worship is different. That's all. But uh, objective is pretty much same in all three religions: Christianity, Hindu, like Hare Krishna people, and all the mandir goers. like most of us. But when you become Advaitwadi, then you come into a different category of Hindu. That is by itself right now. There is no parallel to that. So Advaitwad is the king of all the Bad. There is, I mean, amazing. And that is why this is Advaitwad is not for the common people. It is for thinker class. Like you and I, we have the analytical. Once you have developed your analytical thinking, then you realize, oh, Gyan is superior to the other things. Means, yeah, like you become a knowledge seeker. We want, nobody can bullshit us, right?
Whatever things written in Gita or maybe Puran or Ved or all this different kind of in our life that is not things you need to avoid, right?
Yeah.
Any Advik, if you are going to follow Advik, right? So even though you need to follow, right?
Exactly. No. That's what. See, what you are saying is, Om Prakash, he's saying about ethics. Yeah, you have to follow the ethics. That is called Swadharma.
Correct.
Ethics.
Ethics. Whatever written in Gita or Purana, Upanishad, you need to follow or not, or maybe you are
Okay.
going to change or maybe to cut down this kind of a statement. No, that is wrong. That is right. I need to do whatever I want to do, or maybe having medium or written scriptures need to follow. What kind of things, sir?
Okay. So here is my ethics is different than your religion. Okay.
No, I'm talking about your Advik, no?
Advait. Say,
Advait.
okay. You should know a little bit of Sanskrit. Dvait means two. Two, do बोलते हैं ना हम लोग. So do से संस्कृत word बना द्वैत.
Okay.
So duality.
Okay.
What is, when duality we say what it means? That there is a God and there is you and me. Jiva and Ishwar.
Okay. Understood. You
Okay, so Jiva
okay,
and
you and
Ishwar
God.
is
Okay. So
Jiva and
you
God, so that's why he's Dvait.
correct.
Okay,
So
and Dvait is the way in all the religions. Hare Krishnas, Christianity, Islam, right? Shivites and Vaishnavites, Durgaites, you name it.
correct.
So see, or if you do Sandhi Vichhed, Advait becomes O plus Dvait.
Correct.
Okay, so that's why this translation is actually telling you it is not two, it is one.
Correct. One.
Okay? So Advait is the different than from the Dvait. So Advait is telling you that neither you are not different from God. You are the same. You are not different from Prem or Pankaj. We all are the same. We are like electric different bulbs, and from powerhouse, power has come to all of us, and so we are blinking
So
in
who
different.
gives that power? Who is the superior power provider?
So that power is not uh, uh, I mean, where that power is coming from is
Correct.
kind of unknown, beyond
Unknown.
understanding.
Okay.
We don't know the history. Like what, see, in the modern world we are say cause and effect theory.
Correct.
We all think that if something happens, if smoke happens, there should be a fire. If बच्चा पैदा हुआ तो there माँ बाप,
Correct.
right? So हर एक बच्चा का माँ बाप, उसका भी माँ बाप होना चाहिए.
Correct.
But ultimately कैसे start हुआ, right? So but then if you go back in the regression जब आप करेंगे, then you know that this planet was empty. It was not livable. Then how did you and I came into being? So we have not reached there. So let's not analyze that portion. What was before? Like same question comes for all the religions. What was before the God, right? And same question comes for Advaitam too. That what was before Advait? If we are the consciousness, what was before that?
Okay.
That is a different category of this discussion. This is right now that we are the same energy. We call it. It's nothing but energy. Consciousness is nothing but energy, and it's same energy. God, like Suraj is a big energy, and then we get the solar energy from Suraj in our life, little bit, right? So
Correct.
same way, consciousness is the one, but same consciousness. It has the सूरज का light जो है, सूरज में गर्मी है, उसमें light में प्रकाश है. These are the characteristics you understand Suraj. Same way, consciousness has, you and I can talk, think. So that is consciousness, but that consciousness is common. It doesn't matter. So that's why there is no bhedbhav. Once you become a um, um,
But sir,
Advaitin,
someone
then no
someone
more
will be
jati-vad,
some
no more
any
dharma.
person will be superior who will provide all this energy to all the person, right?
Yeah,
So maybe if you going to take any example for energy, maybe light bulb coming from any sources of that energy. Maybe generator will provide the all energy to all the bulb, right? In that Advik also, matlab, maybe scripture
yeah.
having any
That
superior
is
person.
so. That is what is the question which is raised by all these Dvaitavadis, that there has to be a powerhouse to start all
Correct,
the
correct, correct. Power, right?
energy. Okay,
Correct.
is that not everything is known to you and me in clear terms. We don't know how this all started. Where the powerhouse, yes, we know that our common sense tells us that there should be a powerhouse, and then
Correct.
their electricity should be generated, and then that is being distributed
Correct.
to each bulb. But that is one way, but there are ways which we don't know. We don't have knowledge yet.
But
And
sir,
we have
our shastra will also having any kundli kind of thing. Maybe if any new born baby will born right on the any date, any place, or any kind of things, right? So shastras having any have what you can say kundli kind of thing. So they will find you what you can going to have in after some time. So what obstacle or what observation you will do. So you can avoid such kind of things. Need to do something
okay.
before,
So,
right?
so, so, so if you ask me, I'll tell you that this as a scientist.
That's the thing. That's the thing I wanted to know your answer.
Yeah. So
But you don't believe
I
in
know
God, right?
Om Prakash is a big Jyotsiji, so he knows. He will say that Amarji is saying completely wrong. He will, in his opinion, I am a wrong person.
Sir,
But
No, no.
due to issue where I'm in the engineering classes, so that why is a very less knowledge for the Jyotish. But it is a very strong subject. We to need to more emphasis, more subjective to that. Then we will
exactly.
be able. So I don't defend you and don't argument. You
No.
are also right.
So
You are right from your side, because this side is a much more need analysis, need to realize.
yeah, exactly. So like Om Prakash ji said, I like Jyotish because it has mathematics things and it
Yes,
does
yes,
prediction. You
yes,
know, Prem, what you do, you and I, we do also a lot of mathematics and use of statistics in engineering. Om Prakash does it. You do in the bank and you forecast what will be the rate of interest next year. It's going to go up and
Correct,
going to go
correct.
down,
Even
right?
though,
yes,
even though Amarnath sir,
yes, exactly.
whatever things happening in your daily life, so all things is predefined. If you believe, I
Well,
believe that kind of thing because whatever
it
mobile
could be.
number,
It could be. It could be, but you cannot be certain as a scientist at this point that this is the case. We want, we want, so that's, it is work in progress. Like Om Prakash said, Jyotish is a very good science. It is a part of Vedanta, right?
correct,
It's a mathematics.
correct,
So I know that it is a science, uh, and if we keep searching, I mean, actually, I like the idea that all these grah, they are impacting
correct,
us. All the
correct,
grah, they are impacting us. Do you
correct.
know, Om Prakash, do you know that if Chandrama was not there, we could not have a life on the planet Earth.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I,
sir. Yes, sir. Because Chandrama control our the mind.
no, go in the science term. Tell us about the physical health. Okay, so Chandrama if the Chandrama was not there, Chandrama is holding the gravity of Earth, make it a constant. So what is happening is actually not only the Chandrama, all the Graha, they
Yes,
are allowing us to orbit in a temperature environment where species can live.
yes, sir.
Imagine if Chandrama was not there, the Earth would be fluctuating minus 500 degree centigrade to plus 500 centigrade in the 24 hours. Do you think you and I could survive in that kind of temperature?
No, no, sir. No, sir. Exactly, sir.
Exactly. So every day would be very, very cold, beyond our, which our life can, we can, life can survive. And similarly, on the other side, beyond too much hot. So that is the contribution of all these grahas when we do the Navagraha Puja,
Yes, sir.
because thanks
Navgraha.
to all these Navagraha,
Uh,
the gravity system of Earth is such that here life can survive. So for
yes.
that reason, I worship all the Navagraha as a scientist. I
Sir,
not
Yes, sir.
because
you
not
give
because
note
I'm
that
going to give them a laddu and I'm
whatever
going
happening
to
in
get
your
a.
life,
Huh?
whatever things happening in your life, that is just because of Graha Nakshatra and all things predefined.
Yeah.
So you
So
just
exactly, I mean, not I should not say everything. At least my life is, I owe my life to all these Navagraha because we all could not be on the planet. No species could survive. I mean, why can't we live on Chandrama? In Chandrama, you cannot have a life right now. Earth, you can. This is a unique place. That so all these grahas, all these celestial bodies, like Malikji comes and tells us that all these metals we need for our life are not found on Earth. So thing happened. Ulka came from the other planet, and then they bombarded this planet Earth, and that is all the materials you need. Many of them over the many years came to planet Earth. So then you had, जैसे है ना अपने यहाँ जब उपनयन या विवाह करते हैं सारा सामान जुटाते हैं फिर विवाह दिन विवाह होता है
Mm.
या फिर समझो कि उपनयन होता है. So
correct,
same
correct.
way, when Earth got all these materials coming from different Pahun house,
Mm.
different different space places,
Mm.
then slowly the life started. You need all these you needed water, you needed air, you needed this and that, you need all kind of materials. So that is how it started. So yes, well, for that reason we have to bless all the Navagraha. But suppose if you are trying to come to America and you are not yet successful, and then one day you will become successful, then you don't say that one is because of Navagraha. That is because of you.
No, so that time, sir, money will speak, right? So money
Yeah,
will change
yeah,
my mind. Money will change my all this thought.
exactly.
So
No. The thing is that we have to
maybe
respect the boundaries of science. I mean, science is not everything is known yet. We know that one. Like I mean, why we have life? We don't know 100% yet. We know few things. We are Science is only 2,000 years old, right? I mean, it is not very old yet. Only for 2,000 years we have been, or let's call it 10,000 years, we have been starting really to think. Once we got our language, our brain, we could communicate, then we started talking. Actually, this is a topic I wanted to talk to you guys today, but now we didn't have chance because I had a presentation for Pankaj. How much time we have? Maybe I can do a little intro. Pankaj,
okay.
what he's saying, I cannot hear him.
9:14, sir. 9:14.
Okay, do you guys have another 10 minutes? I wanted to show you something on the communication.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes, sir.
yes. You can.
Okay, okay. All right. So this is the background, but we'll do it right now. Let me show you. And I need help of you all are coming from the Pandit families, so you can also help in contributing. So we'll quickly go through this. And this is thinking in progress right now and just started. So we'll be working on this for quite some time. But it's good. I like to put everything on the paper when I do thinking for anything. That's my style. So I put it together. Let's see here.
Yes, sir.
Amarnath sir, are you believe in Graha Nakshatra? Are you it Graha
See,
Nakshatra, sir?
my date of birth is January 18th, 1954. If you do calculation, that would be great. I want to see your. You can you can go to my life now. It is you can let's see what you can predict for the future. Just like I want Prem to come up with interest
Sir,
next
just
year.
give me your mobile number. I will predict you something.
Huh?
Just give me your mobile. Predict something.
Okay. You should have my mobile number. It's 480
One.
480
480.
Oh,
Yes,
480
Prem, I will send
435
you. Prem, I will send you.
435 I mean, if you go to the group, you can see the number there. No need to memorize. It's there. 480-435-3330. That's the number. So let's go to, yeah. So two tasks for you two young professionals. For you the finance, Prem, and for him the astrology mathematics. So let's see.
But sir, I am also just learning this kind of future science. But I think this is really good things. You can
So,
avoid your
I'm
futures bad happening.
I'm trying to share my screen. Is it coming? Anything you guys seeing it? No. What is wrong? Why it is not coming? Okay.
No, sir.
Let me try it. There are too many things maybe. 1 second. So let me close other items first. So now time in India. I always confuse. I was sorry about that one, guys. Okay. So now this one is the meeting. Why I was not able to. Let me get first this presentation out. By the way, I have already shared with you guys this presentation in the group. There you should have it. The title is Tirhuta Lip Sanskrit, Maithili, and Nepali. So you can read in your free time. Okay, so this one I got. Now I do the share. Why it is not coming? Share entire screen. Or maybe I should do simply one thing. Share entire screen. That's I got it. System preference for help. Can't share your screen. Can't share your screen. Why it's saying I can't share my screen? Okay, doesn't make sense. Pankaj, can you share?
Sometimes I'm getting this type of error also. Yeah, I'm also facing this error. You can't share your screen.
No,
Yeah.
but Rajeevjee just shared. Yes,
Yes,
now.
yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
I see.
Done, sir. We can see.
Done.
Oh, here. I was not able to. Okay, so can you go to like presentation mode? Click on the view. Whoever is sharing to make the presentation mode. Go to is happening from right, Pankaj.
No, sir. Presenting you, sir. Presenting from your end.
Oh, it is from my end. It's coming. Okay, so then
Yes.
I'll do it. View
Yes.
slideshow. Now do you see it? It came.
Yes.
Oh,
Slightly
okay.
little.
Yes. Okay, so now I can. So let's change the gear. Now we are talking about science called linguistic. Okay,
Linguistic.
so
Okay.
uh, in the language, how the language change from one to another, and how they deviate over the time, uh, is called a different field. It used to be called before philology, but now that has become a field only for comparative study of the languages. And then a new branch was devised that's called linguistics, Bhasa
Linguistic.
Vigyan. Okay, so that is the field. So this topic belongs to that Bhasa Vigyan areas. And what I'm trying to, what is this study about, which I'm trying to do with everybody's help, is that uh, in India, you know that we had Vedic tradition. Uh, Pankaj, uh, can you do me a favor? Is it possible that for this presentation we separate the video so that